absorb a lot of criticism. Does it hurt that they come after you just because you wear a mustache?
Listen, I've never been criticized for a mustache. In fact, it makes the nose look smaller. I'll tell you how it equates to adult movies. When you shave back the shaft, the penis looks bigger. A lot of guys are now doing this. I started doing it 20-some odd years ago. Now a lot of guys do it. And think about it, you know, picture his hair over here. You shave the hair back, so the pubic hair is higher up, you're making the penis look bigger automatically. So in the same logic, a mustache makes the nose look smaller. If you look at the profile, if I had no mustache, the nose would look a little bit larger. That's taking up space. You see what I'm saying?
It's science.
So it's an optical thing, yes. That's why men's schmeckles look bigger when they shave the hair.
You didn't coin the phrase porn stash, but it's largely associated with you. Is that a real sense of pride for you?
I don't know if it's really true or not. I appreciate you saying that, but Harry Reams was known for that. He did Deep Throat. And Harry Reams had that big, giant must bigger than mine, with a little thing that goes like this, you know. His is much more noticeable than mine was. But it became a style. You know, Herschel Savage, Eric Edwards, Paul Thomas, Marbola, Mark Stevens. You all started wearing mustaches, it seems, yeah. Mike Ranger. It became a thing to wear, I guess, yeah.
You and your mustache have probably been with more women than Will Chamberlain and Gene Simmons combined.
Maybe. They call it the flavor saver.
Are there any little Ron Jeremys running around? And if there are,
mustache?
Would you encourage them to follow in your footsteps and grow a mustache?
Well, there's no little Ron Jeremys running around my mustache, because I never once popped in my own face. Now, I've had girls say to me, "Hi, Ron, thank you." I've had that happen before, when my children were gurgling in their throat. I'd say, "Honey, either you swallow or I'm going to put them through college." That's happened. But, you know, not my own mustache. And I don't think there are any kids running around, really, because I've been pretty careful most of my life.
What was your first kind of welcome to the big time moment? You really felt like you had made it?
You never say that, really. You know, unless you're Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt, when you get a check for $20 million in a back-end deal for a movie, that's about as making it as you can. But I've been pretty happy. When I did a hit rap song, it was on Billboard for 24 weeks, called Freak of the Week. My book became a bestseller. When I did the John Wayne Bobbitt film, which had huge publicity behind it. That's stuff that makes you go, all right, you know. These are good steps in the right direction. You want it on a tombstone. You wouldn't say that it's the ultimate be-all, and, you know, hopefully the best thing in my life hasn't happened yet. It's not, in the old days, it was more like a story, like a regular movie that happens to have sex in it. They're getting back into that a little bit with films like Pirates and films like Desert Stormy, which I'm in, or Not the Brady's, which I'm in. But, you know, for a while there, it was pretty much just gonzos and pro-amateurs. And amateurs. That was the biggest thing. Now they're getting back into some storyline films, a little more class, you know, so the business changed because it went more into pro-amateurs, amateurs, you know, just sex, wall-to-wall sex, not a lot of storyline. You know, the girls are prettier for sure. The sex is probably hotter as time went on, but the storyline suffered a little. And now they're catching up. They're getting back into it.
How about the availability of pornographic material online? How has that impacted the industry?
Yeah, it impacted it in a good way in the beginning, and allowed girls to become very wealthy. Because there's no more director, producer, exhibitor, distributor. The girl makes money right from the public. So that gave girls a chance to make a lot of money. So it was a good thing for them. It was a good thing for porn too, because a lot of companies had their own websites. Vivid.com, Metro.com, Hustler.com. But now it's hurting the business, because now, since so much of it is free, these guys are all going out of business. They're really suffering. This year's AVN show is only 2/3 full. Because all these companies now can't, you know, how can you compete with someone giving all your stuff for free? And there's even a thing called PornTube or YouPorn, where they run a full-length, what's it called? RedTube? That too. They run full-length features, hardcore, for free. They make advertising dollars. So who's going to rent a DVD when you can get a free one? So now Steve Hirsch from Vivid is now suing them, and rightfully so, you know, because it's just porn. Nobody cares. You know, you wouldn't see YouTube run a full-length feature Steven Spielberg film. He'd sue their balls off. But since it's porn, they can get away with it, you know, and it's really hurting a lot of the companies. So the internet was once the greatest thing, and now I think it's hurting.
Do you get tired of the right-wing fundamentalists who are always attacking the industry?
No, I don't mind. I don't get tired of them. I think it makes the world go round. Oh, like my yawning. No, I think it makes the world go round. I think we need to have a little controversy. Porn can get a little carried away. There's some things in porn I don't like. Like, I made this speech of how, you know, I can't defend things that are not part of my world, not part of my industry, you know? And I shouldn't be called to defend it, and I won't defend it. Because anybody can get a video camera, kind of like that one, and a cameraman, kind of like that one, and choose something illegal, kind of like you're not doing right now, you know? And then others will say, Ron, defend it. Of course I'm not gonna. But what's interesting is that I've done a lot of things in porn that I have to defend that I don't like. There's some things that porn that make me sick, you know, but I'll defend it because it is part of my world. It could be with Extreme Video or Max Hardcore or Jam Video. They shoot some scenes that make me want to vomit, but I'll defend it because it is under my world, and I will defend it.
What do you think you're learning most from these debates you're doing, Michael?
All sides, how kids feel, how the colleges feel, how women are getting more empowered and are getting very sexual. Susan Cole gave me the greatest comment because she used to debate Al Goldstein, and I think she's even debated Larry Flint in the 70s and 80s before I ever debated. I was doing porn, but I wasn't a debater back then. I became a master debater later. But the thing is, she was amazed because it was always a clear-cut delineation, men versus women. She's the feminist I debate, who's National Organization of Women in Canada. And she, you know, she's amazed how many girls go up against her. Like, there'll be a line of kids, and half of them are slamming. You know, I want to watch porn. Don't tell me that I can't, and I don't need your feminism. And she's like, she says, when I used to debate Al Goldstein and Larry Flint, whatever else, it was clear cut. Men loved them, girls hated them. You know, girls were with me, men with them, clear cut, sex lines, that was it. Every guy who asked questions was asking it against me because he hated my guts. Every girl hated Al's guts or Larry's guts. With you, half the girls are on your side, Ron. I never saw anything like this before. Half the girls are coming after me, and I'm trying to defend them. You know, so that's interesting. I think that Sue Cole made that in the last 10 years, or the last 5 years. She's seen an amazing amount of women who question her.
What do you tell all the people out there who aren't brave enough to grow and wear a mustache proudly?
Not brave enough? It's a choice. If you got a beautiful face, like Brad Pitt would not need a mustache, because, you know, he looks fine. You know, it helps, like I said, it makes my nose look a little bit smaller. I got a hook nose, so I think it enhances me a little bit. You know, the sideburns cuts down some of the fat cheek a little bit, because I'll see myself without it and go, yeah, oh fuck, you know. So I think it's that they're not brave enough. Like, I'm taking this question seriously, but they just choose not to. If you can look good with a clean-shaven face, I think that's the best thing to do. Because they know that you could be hiding something. Like when a girl wears lots of makeup, they could, you know, yeah, she's probably one of the least sisters without the makeup. Ghastly and beastly. But, you know, that you can always, you know, when a girl has a nice, wake up in the morning, like a beautiful face with no makeup, you can figure she's naturally pretty, kind of like the girl over there, you see. Whereas they have a lot of makeup on, you figure, what are you hiding? Same thing with a man. I've seen a lot of guys have beards and mustaches, like you, for example. And once they shave, they have an hair lip, they have warts, they have all kinds of vaginal warts and what do you call that stuff again? All over their face, herpes, sores on their face. What is that thing? Condylobata acuminata all over the face. HPV, human papillomavirus, all over the face.
Doesn't like good warts. Yeah.
But they had the beard covering it. In fact, I'm looking at a couple of bumps under yours. And first of all, you can't get that stuff on your face. I'm kidding. Well, you could get herpes. Some people, like, you know, if you have a lot of facial covering, you think, what are you just hiding there, mister? Got a double chin? You know? No, I don't have a beard, so that's why I have more chins than a Chinese phone book. Let's just say that. Isn't that horrible?
Well, thank you very much. Really appreciate the time.
This may be the most intelligent interview I've ever had in my entire life.
Wanted to say that I absolutely love mustaches and mustache men. All types of facial hair are definitely my favorite. On any man, I think it makes them more attractive, more manly. It demonstrates their masculinity more, and that's just downright sexy and attractive to me.
Do you think it's coming back as a fashion style?
I think that it needs to come back as a fashion. Mustache men need to be supported in any way possible, and I support the stash. Let it be known.